Picture a group of Vikings fighting a group of knights. A bloody mess? No, it's just another episode of Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Quiz Kids. Yes, intellectual blood will be shed today as we bring back two of our strongest teams in our semifinal match. Over here, we have the Mills High School Vikings. And fresh from their bloody win last week, the Menlo School Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's begin with the three-for-all. I will ask you a 5-point toss-up question. If you get it correct, you get 2 chances to up your point values. And we move on in the next question. Here comes the first toss-up. Good luck to both teams. Which southern state added over 4 million people since the 2000 census, meaning that it's congressional? Hidehiro.
Texas.
The Census Bureau is part of which cabinet-level department headquartered in the Herbert C. Hoover building? Gary Locke resigned as its secretary in 2011.
Labor?
Interior. Secretary of Interior?
Commerce.
Oh.
Muslim rule in Spain came to an end in the same year as another historic event, also originating in Spain. What year was this? Hidehiro.
1492.
The last Moorish king in Spain surrendered to Ferdinand and Isabella at the Alhambra Palace in what Spanish city?
Cordoba.
Yeah.
Cordoba.
Granada.
Oh.
The Egyptian deity Hathor is usually depicted as having features of an animal. Io was turned into one. Name this. Yes, Catherine.
A cow?
Yes. The end of the Chisholm Trail, as well as a namesake trail. This city in Kansas was used as the destination of cattle being herded from Texas until it was supplanted by Wichita in 1872.
Kansas City. A city in Kansas.
Topeka.
That would be Abilene. Which nation's citizens include the authors of Things Fall Apart and The Lion? Yes, Hidehiro.
Achebe.
Sorry?
Achebe.
No. Which nation's citizens include the authors of Things Fall Apart and The Lion and the Jewel? Chinua Achebe and Wole Soyinka.
Nigeria? Nigeria?
Yes. Race relations are a plot element in both Nadine Gordimer's July's People and Alan Paton's Cry the Beloved Country, set in which country?
Country with race relations. I don't know.
Morocco.
South Africa. At 605 feet tall, it was the tallest building west of the Mississippi when it was completed. What structure able... Yes, Rashawn.
Gateway Arch.
No. What structure able to withstand 200 miles per hour winds and a 9.5 magnitude earthquake dominates the Seattle skyline?
Space Needle?
For what 1962 event was the Space Needle and a companion monorail system constructed?
Is it the 1904 thing?
The World Fair.
Yes. 2 years later, a World's Fair opened in New York City's Flushing Meadow. What stadium that also opened in 1964 was just retired last year?
Ruth Field.
Shea Stadium. Intrusive and extrusive are two broad types of which class? No, we did this last week. Wade Giles and Hanyu Pinyin are transliteration systems for what language? Yes, Catherine.
Mandarin?
I will accept that. The Hepburn system is commonly used for romanization of place names in what other Asian language? You can talk it over.
Vietnamese.
It was Japanese. Defer. Although he was born in Germany, many consider him to be the most successful opera composer of the 18th century London. Name this famous composer of the Messiah. Rashawn.
Handel.
Yes. Which other of Handel's famous compositions was created when King George I requested a concert on the River Thames?
The River Symphony, something like that.
Sure.
The River Symphony.
Sort of water music. In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine published a list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. The #1 song, Rashawn.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Nope. The #1 song, Like a Rolling Stone, was performed by this singer, also known for Blowin' in the Wind.
Oh. McCartney.
Oh, Rashawn's gonna get you. It's Bob Dylan. A magazine, a location in Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, and a Thackeray novel all share the what 2-word name? Yes, the Anurag.
Vanity Fair?
Yes. In 1935, the original Vanity Fair magazine was consolidated with which publication considered the world's most influential fashion magazine?
Vogue. Vogue.
Yes. I told you to listen to Catherine. Vogue and Vanity Fair are published by what company?
Oh,
Condé Nast, I don't know.
it's either Nast or Hearst.
Condé Nast?
Yes, for 25 points. Once golfers called it a double eagle, but what other bird is now used, Rashawn?
Albatross.
If a golfer scores an eagle with a hole-in-one, what's the par on that hole?
3.
3.
And what flightless bird names a 5-under par shot such as a hole-in-one on a par 6 hole?
Penguin. Ostrich.
Ostrich.
Yes, for 25 points. He created early depictions of Santa Claus. Which 19th century cartoonist is most famous for depicting, yes, Heidi Hero?
Nast.
What more ferocious animal did Nast use to symbolize New York's corrupt Tammany Hall?
The tiger.
Tiger.
Right. Nast also drew what feminine personification of the United States?
No, Columbia? No, Columbia. Yeah. Columbia.
Right, for 25 points. And that is the end of the round. 65 to 50. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
And now it's time to meet the Quiz Kids. Once again, here's Brad.
Thank you, everybody. Let's say hello to the Mills Vikings. Richard Zhang. You know, I know that it's golf season because at my high school, all the boys are starting to put on those really ugly shirts. And you are celebrating golf season as well.
Yep. So golf season's almost over for our team, but it's been a fun season.
Fun?
Fun.
Well,
Fun.
that's good.
Fun golf.
Yes. Yeah, no slices, not a lot of sunshine. Didn't get rained out.
It's getting sunnier now.
Good. Well, I hope the end of it is good for you as well. Anurag Dulapalli, many people plan goals when they get out of high school for the summer, to help the poor or find a good college or take a trip. You want to go to southern France. Why is that?
I've always wanted to see Cannes and Marseille and the rest of the Rivieras. It's just that I haven't had the chance to do it during high school, so I want to do that before college and bring a new life experience.
Absolutely.
with me.
Maybe you'll find Cary Grant and Grace Kelly and gamble at Monte Carlo and live the life of a 50s bachelor. Good luck to you there,
Thank you.
Anurag. Catherine Ho.
Hi.
Catherine, you just got into Wellesley College. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you going to major in?
Neuroscience.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that when you...
I'm not really sure yet. I actually could go into being a neurologist actually in the future.
That would be really wonderful. Well, good luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Let me give you guys a chance to get the lead by choosing one of the 3 categories we have for you today. Each has 7 questions worth 10 points. Answer all the questions correctly. I'll throw in a 30-point bonus. Today's categories are Noble Names, Way Out, and following Menlo from last week like a little pesky brother, Zoocabulary. Which category would you like?
You guys in bio, we should do vocabulary.
Vocabulary?
Yes. Each answer will contain the name of an animal. Okay? These are the units used to measure the strength of an automobile engine.
Horsepower.
Right. The look someone gets when they are scared, dazed, and unable to act.
Deer in headlights.
Deer in headlights?
Yes.
Nice.
Traveling in a straight line with no curves or detours.
As the crow, wait, is it a crow or
Like a
bird?
ferret, right?
No.
As the crow flies?
That's right. Or you could also say making a beeline, either one, but those both work. It's acting as if you were dead so people won't bother you.
Playing possum.
Playing possum?
Right. It's a mobster turned informant.
Oh.
Weasel.
Weasel.
No, a rat or a stool pigeon, either one. He lends money at a high rate of interest.
Loan shark?
Yes, and finally, it's a movie or a play that bombs. We call that a real turkey. You got 5 right with 100 points. Congratulations. The Menlo School is sitting there. They have frowns on their faces. They knew they should have picked vocabulary last week. And here is Roshan, and you are working on a sports camp.
Yeah, so me and a friend of mine, we decided to run a sports camp for homeless children in Menlo Park at Haven House. And it was a lot of fun. There were about 12 kids there. And on the last day, I brought my brother, and the kids there just had a great time, and it was just one of the best sights that I'd seen.
What a wonderful experience for the kids and for you, I'm sure, just watching how much fun they had. Good for you. You think it'll go on?
I hope so in the summer.
I hope so too. Hidehiro Anto, yesterday you played in lacrosse.
Yes.
And how did that match go?
Okay, we played against Marine Catholic, and at the end of the game, it was 4-4 tied, so we went to double overtime, and they scored a goal, and we lost.
Oh, well, it was an exciting game, right?
Yes, it was very exciting.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. Marianto, last week we heard how Roshan was studying about, what were you studying about?
Picasso.
Yeah, and Hidehiro was studying about zombies in night school, but you got to go to Yosemite. What was this class about?
So we went to Yosemite, and it was basically, you know, classic trip. It was really fun. We hiked the Yosemite Falls, Mirror Lake, and Nevada Falls.
I hear it's beautiful right now. There's even some snow still, right?
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And the waterfalls are huge right now.
Of course, it's great. I'm glad you had that experience. Let's give you guys a chance to get your lead back with either noble names or way out.
Noble names.
Noble names. Noble names.
Noble names. Each of these things includes a royal or noble name. Okay? He was the performer who for 7 years dropped his name in favor of an unpronounceable symbol, like so many of the questions I'm given on Quiz Kids.
Prince.
Yes. She was Alice in Wonderland's nemesis who kept shouting, "Off with the heads!"
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts.
Right. If you challenge someone to a fist fight, you tell them to put these up.
Jacks.
No, put up your dukes. Put up your dukes. Oh. It's the tea flavored with oil of bergamot. Or bergamot.
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
Yes. It's a rounded, raised bun, commonly used for making deli sandwiches or gourmet hamburgers.
That crunch? I don't know.
Crown. Or
Crown.
King bun.
King bun.
King's buns is a different kind of question. This is Kaiser roll. Oh. It's Antarctica's largest flightless bird.
Penguin? Wait, no.
Emperor penguin.
Emperor penguin.
Right. And it's the 19th century term for the businessmen and bankers who became very rich by dominating their industries.
The
Monopoly kings.
The kingpins? Kingpin?
The robber barons. That's 4 correct for 105. Close game. We'll be right back.
And now we're back with the second half of Quiz Kids. Take it away, Brad.
Welcome back. Let's give a big hand to the coaches of our teams. First, from Mills High School, a science teacher who has mastered the art of invisibility, Mr. Grant Paul. And from Menlo School, Mr. Richard Steinberg. Thank you, coaches. Let's continue with the next 3-for-all round. The toss-ups are worth 10 points. A follow-up question will earn you 25 or 50 points. Close score, 105 to 100. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first toss-up. There are new men, new lands, new thoughts. Let us demand for our own works and laws and worship. These words are from the essay Nature by what New England transcendental thinker? Mary.
Emerson?
Right. In an 1862 lecture, what was Emerson referring to when he said, "The South calls it an institution, I call it destitution"?
Slavery. Slavery.
Right. What was the name given to the 19th century movement to eliminate slavery?
Abolitionists.
Abolitionism.
Sure, 50 points. The Tumen River separates southeastern Russia from what communist nation whose 3 most populous cities are Chongjin, yes, Hidehiro.
China.
No. Chongjin, Hamhung, and Pyongyang.
North Korea.
Correct. North and South Korea are separated by a demilitarized zone that contains a joint security area near what village?
Incheon.
Panmunjom. You don't want to travel around there, Richard, when you go. Okay? Keep it. Russian blue is a breed of cat. Prussian blue is something entirely different. Hidehiro.
Color.
Prussian blue is an insoluble inorganic compound composed of ions of iron and what other ion that's often found in the plots of murder mysteries?
Arsenic?
Yeah.
Arsenic?
The other one, cyanide. In the 18th century, it was discovered that women in what occupation appeared to be immune to smallpox? Anurag.
Milkmaid?
What disease of milkmaids conferred immunity to smallpox?
Cowpox. Right?
Cowpox.
Who made the discovery and was the first to vaccinate humans using cowpox serum?
Jenner? Jenner?
You got 50 points. After sacking the city Saguntum, what general advanced his army through Gaul to enter Italy and fight Hidehiro?
Hannibal.
In what war did Hannibal combat the Romans?
Second Punic War.
At what battle was Hannibal defeated by Scipio Africanus?
Zama.
Yeah.
Zama.
50 points. Jules Verne published Around the World in 80 Days in 1873. 16 years later, in 1889, which female reporter went around the world in 72 days? Nellie Bly. In mathematics, what is the name for all the numbers to the right of the decimal point in a logarithm? Sorry, Rashawn, it's a mantissa. Penelope waits patiently for this epic's hero while he's... Yes, Hidehiro.
Odysseus.
Nope. Penelope waits patiently for this epic's hero while he's stranded on several islands. In what work is the hero stranded on? You know what? A bunch of different Greek islands with weird names. Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you know what book I'm talking about?
The Odyssey.
Yes, thank you very much. In which work, also featuring characters stranded on an island, is Piggy killed when Ralph's tribe journeys to Castle Rock to retrieve Piggy's glasses?
Lord of the Flies.
In which Tennyson poem does the title character return 10 years after being shipwrecked and discovers his wife Annie has married Philip?
Prufrock? I don't know.
Tennyson? He didn't do Prufrock.
No answer?
Enoch Arden. One of Italy's patron saints gave up his wealth to live a life of poverty and service. Which native of... Yes. You know what? I'm sorry. All right. Anurag?
Francis?
Yes. This apostle, the patron saint of tanners and leatherworkers, was killed by being flayed alive. A 1572 massacre took place on his feast day.
Jerome.
St. Jerome?
No, it was St. Bartholomew. Oh. The Wobbegong, Thresher, Mako, Dogfish, and Anurag.
Sharks.
Name the author of the novel Jaws.
It's a novel.
Smith.
Peter Benchley. It forms part of the southern boundary of its namesake state. Which river starts in Pittsburgh, passes by Louisville, and then... Yes, Anurag.
Kentucky?
No. Which river starts in Pittsburgh, passes by Louisville, and then flows into the mighty Mississippi?
Ohio?
Yeah.
Ohio.
Yes. Which town of 3,000 at the mouth of the Ohio River was evacuated on May 2011 due to flooding concerns?
Joplin? No,
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
St. Louis?
No, it was Cairo, Illinois. And that is the end of the round. 205 for Mills, 225 for Menlo. We'll be right back with the final round.
Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
We've had a close game all the way through, and now we come to the final round for Menlo and Mills. One team will be moving forward into our finals, so good luck to both teams. I'm going to read questions that are worth 30 points with 3 minutes on the clock, which will start when I begin reading the first question. Good luck. Name this group of gases, including argon, neon, and krypton. Yes, Anurag.
Noble gases.
Right. Consider the daughters of Zeus and the goddess of memory, Thalia, Terpsichore, and Erato. Yes, Hidehiro.
The Muses.
Yes. Lassen Peak, Mount Hood, Mount Rainier, and Mount St. Helens. Yes, Anurag.
Washington.
No. Are peaks in which range of the Pacific Northwest?
Cascades. Yes. Cascades.
Yes. Almost all instruments in the modern symphony orchestra are scored with either a treble or bass clef. One exception is what middle member of the violin family? Catherine.
Alto, viola.
Yes. May I accept that? Yes. Okay. It was the aggressor in the Winter War against Finland, which now defunct nation? Yes, Richard.
USSR.
Correct. It can be computed by multiplying a coulomb by a volt, multiplying a watt by a second, or multiplying a newton by a meter. What is the... Yes, Hidehiro.
A joule.
Yes. Jacques Rogers and Michael Turner. Yes, Rashawn.
Oregon State.
No. Are running backs on this football team, which is led by quarterback Matt Ryan. Name the football team based in Atlanta.
Georgia Tech.
The falcons. It includes A Floating Island of Impractical Scientists. Which novel features giants in Brobdingnag and little people Anurag?
Gulliver's Travels.
Right. He assumed the office following the death of his predecessor, Zachary Taylor, who sent Commodore Matthew Rashan.
Polk.
No. Who sent Commodore Matthew Perry to Japan during his only term as president?
Cleveland.
Millard Fillmore. He started but did not complete a high relief frieze on Georgia's Stone Mountain. Who used the techniques developed on that project to create Mount Rushmore? Yes.
Broglie?
I'm seeing you, yes.
Broglie?
Yes, you got it. On this scale, chalk is a 1 and diamonds are a 10. Anurag.
Mohs.
Yes. He authored the campaign biography for his friend Franklin Pierce, who is better known for novels including The Blithedale Romance and The Scarlet Letter. Anurag.
Hawthorne.
Right. It's called harvest when it occurs before the autumnal equinox. Which phase, when it occurs for the second time in a single month, is called blue? Yes, Rashan.
New moon.
No, I'm sorry.
Full moon.
That's correct. People who play this position include J.P. Arancibia, John Buck. Yes, Rashan.
Catcher.
Correct. She was both wife and sister of Ptolemy XIII and took her own life. Yes, Hidehiro.
Cleopatra.
Correct. It includes the Tuva Republic and Irkutsk Oblast. What vast cold area stretches east from the Ural Mountains? Yes, Hidehiro.
Siberia.
Correct. The Hindu god Krishna is often portrayed playing one. A magic one titles... Yes, Catherine.
A lute?
A what?
A lute?
No. A magic one titles a Mozart opera. What is the instrument?
Flute.
Yes. First published in 1687 in the Principia, which set of scientific laws includes F equals ma? Yes, Hidehiro.
Newton's laws.
Right. And that is the end with 465. Menlo wins the game. Great game, teams. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration furnished by the Burlingame Scottish Rite, the Knights Templar, Model Compilers, the Bay Area Academic League. Some questions of Quiz Kids are provided by National Academic Quiz Tournaments.